Hey, what's up guys? I'm Sunny Lee and it's Apple event time. These are the 7 things announced in Apple's spring-loaded event. Let's get to it. First one is the Apple Card. They're innovating the way they're calculating credit scores as well as granting access to 13-year-olds via supplementary cards. Number 2, the podcast app has a new redesign. Number 3, the iPhone 12 now comes in purple. If you're in the market for an iPhone, I think you'd be better off waiting until end of the year for the iPhone 13. Number 4 is Find My plus Airtags. These now work together with the iPhone's U1 chip for directional finding, similar to the ultra-wideband on Samsung flagships. Number 5 is Apple TV 4K. It now has the A12 Bionic processor. I see this as an opportunity for games to look and run great too. They also have this new better color balance using the iPhone's camera, wherein you face the iPhone to the screen. You just stick it to the panel of the TV screen and it calibrates the Apple TV for you. It's nice that Apple is looking for ways to work around these lesser quality panels. And it now comes with a remote that can control the power and the mute on your TV too. And number 6, the new M1 iMac. It now comes in 7 colors. It's got that impossibly thin design made possible by the M1 chip. It's even thinner than most displays on the market, and it's also got 2 small fans to keep it cool. It now has less bezel and a 24-inch 4.5K display. It's also got better audio with the improved mics and speakers. They also showcased some great ecosystem integration via Apple's Big Sur and how it works with iPhones. I think this is Apple's strong suit. No other company on the planet can do the same as Apple when it comes to ecosystem. And the power cable is now sort of MagSafe-like, the way it attaches to the machine via magnets. However, I hope that it doesn't come off easily because iMacs don't have batteries, so if you yank it out, you shut it off. And it comes with Ethernet on the power brick. Overall thoughts, I was like, oh damn, that looks amazing. The different colors made for an amazing reveal. However, I think the silver will still be the best seller. It also seems that they don't have a space gray version, but I think this is reserved for an iMac Pro in the future with an M1X chip. And I don't like the chin too. I think they could have made it a bit thicker and just removed the chin, and that would have been a bit more sleek given the steep prices these go for. In an ideal world, it would also have XDR and ProMotion, as all Macs are just 60 Hz right now. Even the Pro Display XDR, it's still 60 Hz. But if they add XDR and ProMotion, it would be too similar to the Pro Display XDR. It would be even better than that. So yeah, the only thing going for the XDR would be the 6K display versus the 4.5K display on the iMac. And yeah, that's it for the M1 iMac. Which brings us to the last item, the M1 iPad Pro. It now has better performance supposedly, however it was often compared to the first generation iPad Pro, which came out in 2015. I doubt the difference is very significant compared to the current iPad Pro though. 2 terabytes is now the maximum storage. That's a big thing for content creators out there, especially me. I frequently run out of storage on my 256 version. It's now got 5G and Thunderbolt. The front camera is now ultra-wide, which I think is a good move. However, there's no change on the rear cameras. As for the display, the 12.9 comes with a mini LED display, or XDR in Apple terminology. It's basically LCD technology with high brightness, but with the OLED perks of very deep inky blacks and high contrast without the OLED trade-offs, which are high cost and burn-in. So burn-in is the imprints the display acquires through time. Mini LED technology, it's sort of the best of both worlds between LCD and OLED. This should be a big upsell to the 12.9 inch because previously the only reason why people would go for the 12.9 was the screen size, nothing else. This makes the 12.9 iPad Pro the only display from Apple that has XDR mini LED technology with ProMotion. Not even the super expensive Pro Display XDR has ProMotion. Overall, great upgrades to the iPad Pro. However, I would have liked to see higher resolutions for both models. If you have a current iPad Pro, I don't think it's worth upgrading just yet unless XDR and the higher storage capacity are important to you. For the overall Apple event, the 2 biggest shockers were definitely the M1 iMac and the M1 iPad Pros. These both have great incremental upgrades, however, I think Apple could have gone a bit further. For the M1 Mac, no chin. I would have preferred a thicker design if it meant not having the chin. XDR display or mini LED technology, ProMotion, 120 Hz, and better cameras. Maybe a larger sensor or better lenses, because currently it's just a 1080p. It's quite average. And for the M1 iPad Pro, a slightly higher resolution for both. I think many content creators would agree. And XDR for the 11, because it's just a business decision to just have it on the 12.9. I mean, let's be honest. Apple just made an upsell move to the 12.9. But then, if the 11 gets XDR, it would be better than the Pro Display XDR, which doesn't even have Pro Motion. So I can see why Apple did it, but at the same time, I think the consumers suffer a little bit, and maybe moving the front camera to the landscape position, as currently it's still on the portrait position. And lastly, maybe having an in-screen fingerprint sensor. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the new M1 iMac and iPad Pro. Leave your thoughts down below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And hey, maybe if I get enough subscribers, maybe I can get some of the stuff announced into the studio to review for you guys. I'll see you guys in that next video, and thanks for watching.